Good morning. Good morning, everyone, on this beautiful Mother's Day morning. We are so happy to have all of you here with us at Unity of Charlottesville. My name is Janice Gilmore, and I will be your celebration assistant for today. And the gentleman to my left with the guitar who is just it's spreading his love for everyone out there in the sanctuary. This is our senior minister, Reverend Don Lansky. And over here is our wonderful Blair Jones, a beloved music director and mother to all of us musicians here at Unity of Charlottesville, which includes her amazing band and the praise singers. So thank you all for being here today on this day to celebrate. And we'll go ahead and open up with music as we always do.
We're inviting you to sing along with us. There are all sorts of parts. There are 4 parts to this, so just come on in when whatever part works for you.
John's over here. 1, 2, 3, 4.
And now we combine them. I am one with the heart of the Mother. I am one with the heart of love. I am one with the heart of the Mother. I am one with God. Let me remember. Let me remember. Let me remember. Let me remember. One more time. Let me remember. Let me remember.
So good morning, everybody. Welcome to Unity of Charlottesville. Happy Mother's Day to everybody. We always say in Unity that if you're not a mother, you had a mother. So Mother's Day is for everybody. And so it's our custom here to begin with prayer. And of course, Unity welcomes people of all faiths, all religions, all culture, all sexual orientation, all gender identity. And I want to welcome all of our guests here this morning. Some old faces I haven't seen in a long time. Welcome. Not that you're old, but the face is...
Some beloved faces.
Right. So it's our tradition here at Unity to begin with prayer. So let's just take a moment and take this idea into prayer that I am one with the Mother, the divine energy of the universe, the divine feminine energy of the universe. I am one with the love of the Father, the masculine energy, one with the Creator. I am one. I am one with the heart of love. I am one with the heart of God, however I conceptualize that. I might call it Jesus or Holy Spirit or Buddha or source energy. Whatever my concept of God is, it is welcome here at Unity. I am one with the heart of love. I am one with the heart of the Father. And in this world of ours, which is so much in need of love, with so much unrest everywhere, we just send forth love into our community, into our country, into our world. We know that love is the great healer. And so whatever issues that we're facing in our own personal lives this morning, whatever challenges, wherever we need guidance or healing, we send forth love, the heart of love. And we affirm, I am one with the heart of the Mother. I am one with the heart of the Father. I am one with the love of God. We pray this in the name and after the nature of the indwelling Spirit of God, the indwelling Christ. Amen.
And now let's all share together our statement of faith. There is only one presence and one power in the universe and in my life, God the good, omnipotent, and so it is. And now it's that time where we get to greet our neighbors. You can stand, you can roam the room, maybe go all the way to the back and say hello to someone you've never met, wave, hug, whatever works.
I'm in the right place at the right time. I'm just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I'm just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting a message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here.
That was rousing.
Yes. Come on up. She uses the microphone. Yep, thanks.
Good morning, everyone. Happy Mother's Day. Thank you. So we have a special presentation this morning, and we're so glad you all made it. Happy Mother's Day, happy Children's Day, happy everything. It's really good to see new faces. It's good to meet parents and children that I haven't yet. I think that Memorial Day, we are going to have an open house and a family picnic day. So if you are staying in town, come celebrate with us. That Sunday before Memorial Day, we will have kind of like an opportunity to invite the Charlottesville community in to see what Unity has to offer. And then we'll have fellowship, and we're going to have a picnic out on the new picnic tables and have some lawn games. So I will be putting the word out to the community and trying to do some promotion around that idea of bringing in the community and having an open house that day. So, yeah. Children's blessing. Children, Uniteens, YOUers, teachers and parents. You are loved, special, and important.
That's the truth. Thanks. And the children are with us in the service today, right? Any children that are here with us in the service? Yeah. Did you announce that? You did? No.
So many things to say.
I know. So
There's a table in the back in case any of the children in the service today want to read books or color. There's some puzzles back there in place of our normal youth classes.
Thanks. And we want to appreciate our greeters out there. Silas and Olivia were out there handing out flowers to everybody. So thank you guys, if you can hear us. Did everyone get a carnation when you came in? Oh, good. And there'll be extras, so if you want to take some more when you leave, that's fine. And we also had announced last week that you could put, if you had something that you wanted to show of your mother, a portrait or a picture or something like that on the stands, that Robin announced that the last couple of weeks. Does anyone have something like that that was not up on the altar this morning? You have something? Yeah, come on up if you do. Or I'll take it for you, if you like. Thank you. Great. So we do have some opportunities for transformation. This afternoon, right after church at 1 o'clock, we have a film showing of Sevap Mitzvah. This is a film that was done about a Muslim family who saved a Jewish family during the Holocaust. And then 52 years later, that same Jewish family saved the Muslim family from the Bosnian ethnic cleansing. So it's quite a little fascinating film for 20 minutes. And then after the movie, there's so much going on right now in the world with Gaza and Israel and all the campus unrest and all that. We're going to have Herb Levy, who is from the Jewish Renewal Community here in Charlottesville, and Ibrahim Anli, who is the executive director of the Rumi Forum in Washington, D.C. He's a Muslim, and me will be here to have a discussion after the film. So you're all welcome to come. It's free. And Tony and Shirley are not here today, but wanted me to mention that the workday that was scheduled for May 4th is rescheduled to next week, Saturday, May 18th from 10 to 2. And if you're interested in just sort of helping to clean up the outside, they have a list of tasks and things that kind of need to be done. And everybody, all hands and all hearts are welcome. So that's at 10 o'clock next Saturday. That's not on there, is it?
It's not on there.
Oh, well, go ahead.
Kirtan, Saturday, May 18th from 4 to 5:30 p.m. here in the sanctuary.
And on Sunday, May 19th, Reverend Marge Brown will be here. Patricia and I are going to be leaving for Greece on Tuesday. So next week, Reverend Marge Brown will be here. She's been a Unity minister for a long time. She's been here before. Wonderful minister. And she's doing a workshop on women rising. And this is about women's health. It's about how social media impacts women. It is actually open to everybody, but that'll be right after church at 1 o'clock next Sunday.
Here's Jeff,
and I, hi Jeff. We are so privileged to be able to share with you that we're doing a symposium on Saturday, June 8th from 8:30 in the morning to 1. As you can see, it's called Navigating Through Grief, a Healing Journey. And the whole day is, well, it's first of all sponsored by Hospice of the Piedmont and Unity of Charlottesville together, so we're working on it together. The whole day is designed to be a healing journey from the very beginning through the end. And many of you have signed up already for this, which we're very, very grateful to see your names already signed up. The way that you sign up is to go on the website, and there's the events page, and it's right there to sign up. It's made very, very inexpensive of $20 because we don't want anyone turned away. And if you cannot afford that, that's okay. You can still sign up. We want as many people to come as possible. And we also are thinking if you're grieving, this is a perfect thing for you. If you know friends or relatives who are going through a grief process, please, please invite them. Bring them with you. This is a great way for them to get to be in our community here and to receive the loving support and the process of healing that will happen that day. Some of you ask questions of us, and I'm going to role play with Jeff here for a moment. He doesn't realize this, but so Jeff, some people have said, you know, do they have to have just lost somebody? Do they have to be in the middle of their grief process? Or can this be for people who have not been grieving for a while, no sudden loss recently?
Right. So I did bring a picture of my mother and mother-in-law who both passed in the last few years. And so grieving is an ongoing process. You know, looking at them again, I feel sad and I miss them, and that's a natural part of life. So one of the purposes of the workshop is to allow people and to give people tools so that they can grieve in a way that brings about healing. So that's a really important part of it. It's very experiential, and our workshops are designed to help people in that process.
That's wonderful, Jeff. One other question has come up quite a lot, and feel free to put your beloved picture on the altar. Thank you. People have also asked, well, what if I lost a pet? Or what if I lost a job that meant so very much to me and I just feel so bereft? Or perhaps I've lost an ability, a physical ability that I always had, and now I don't have it anymore. Is it appropriate for me to come to this workshop?
Well, grieving is a universal process. And I've been in social work and healthcare for almost 40 years now. And so grieving happens in so many different ways. People experience loss of their health. They may experience loss of their pets. So even though we are focusing on loss of a beloved other, that could be the principles that we'll talk about are universal. Grieving is grieving. And so even if you haven't lost someone recently, or if it's not actively in your life, those principles will be applicable to you.
Yes. Thank you. Are you complete?
Yes, it sounds good.
Okay, we're done. Come and join us. It'll be quite a wonderful day. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. And Janice's concert is June 16th, Sunday, June 16th at 1 o'clock. She has assembled a whole group of wonderful musicians. The story is of one woman's journey, a living memoir, one woman's spiritual journey. All of the proceeds are going to help to reduce the mortgage. This is kind of in lieu of our spring fundraiser, so we're trying to make a little bit of a dent in our mortgage payments. So we hope you'll come. It'll be a really entertaining. Janice has been working on it with her crew of musicians for the past 3 years. You can register or purchase tickets online on our website, unitycharlottesville.org.
And all in all, it is my thank you gift to all of you for being my spiritual family, being part of my spiritual family. Great big love experience.
Thank you, Janice.
Sure. This isn't on here either. Well, you want me to take it? I'll take it. Unity Artist Show. Come and visit the Unity Fellowship Hall. There are several artist works displayed there. You will enjoy them, and they are for sale if you'd like to purchase. The Healing Half Hour happens every Wednesday, 6:30 to 7 on Zoom. It's a beautiful experience for all. Please join if you are so led. We will now share our mission statement together. Unity of Charlottesville empowers everyone to express their unique divinity, making a positive difference in the world.
Good morning. Well, before I start this, this song says, I've never done this one before, it says, that's what love is. And boy, growing up, I always wondered, what is love? Now maybe I get to find out some more. It's a whisper that you hear in the midst of your fear. It's revealing. It's a part of the heart, and it's just who we are. It's so healing. It's the power inside, always wins over pride, never judges. And it strengthens and comforts us all. That's what love is. It's the healer of souls, makes the broken ones whole and completed. It's what gives you the strength and the hope when you're feeling defeated. It's a compass and guide, and it won't be denied, so we trust it. It's the light in the dark of it all. That's what love is. And it's patient and kind, and it's deaf, dumb, and blind in the madness. It's the ace of the dealer of truth. It's the healer of sadness. It's a place that you know from so long, long ago, and it's freeing. And you feel when it's there, 'cause you're able to share from your being. And it takes us all higher, and it lifts and inspires all it touches. You know, it's the best part of being alive. That's what love is. And it's patient and kind, and it's deaf, dumb, and blind to the madness. It's the ace of the dealer of truth. It's the healer of sadness. It's beyond right or wrong, and it's not weak or strong. It's not winning. For the young and the old, it's a brave and a bold new beginning. It's the peace and the hope. It's what helps us to cope. It's forgiveness. It's the light that will always endure. It's eternal and simple and pure. That's what love is.
Kevin. All right. Have mothers or who had mothers, maybe they've passed. Today, I really wanted to showcase our youth and family ministry program, and especially our wonderful staff and our volunteer teachers, or volunteer teacher in this sense. And so you'll be hearing from me, and you'll also be hearing from my special guests, Robin Shirley, who is our new Director of Youth and Family Ministry, and also from Genevieve Silverman, who is one of our volunteer teachers. And I've tasked us all, the three of us, with reflecting on the spiritual lessons that we've learned from either being a mother or having a mother and grandmother. And my hope and my prayer for all of us today is that Mother's Day can truly be a day of celebration for our mothers, for our grandmothers, for the people who have nurtured us and supported us in our life, and if you're a mother, for being a mother. But I know that's not always the case. Someone came up to me after church last Sunday and said that they wouldn't be coming to church this morning because it was too painful for them to be here on Mother's Day. This person was having just a lot of difficulties and challenges with their children. And so I understand that, and it reminds me that Mother's Day can sometimes be bittersweet a little bit. Maybe our mother is no longer with us. Maybe we had an abusive mother or an abusive grandmother. Maybe some of us wanted to be a mother, but for whatever reason it didn't work out. Maybe in the case of the person last week, there is just so much struggle with our children, either our adult children or our younger children, that it becomes challenging. But you know, in Unity, we have a slightly different perspective about Mother's Day. As early as the early 1900s, Charles and Myrtle Fillmore, who are the co-founders of Unity, were writing and speaking about the divine feminine. That was really not something that was kind of done in mainline Christianity at that time, and talking about the power of the divine feminine. And the divine feminine is that aspect within every person that is intuitive, that is feeling, that is nurturing, that is supportive, and that's wise, wisdom. And the Fillmores recognized that the divine feminine and the divine masculine both are contained within each and every person, whether you're a man or a woman, or whether you identify as a man or a woman. That they're all different aspects of the Creator, the source energy, whatever you call that or however you conceptualize that for yourself. So it's not uncommon to hear a prayer in Unity that begins with the words, Mother, Father, God. Nor is it a surprise that since 1906, which is the year that Unity began ordaining Unity ministers, that women have been ordained and have been serving Unity ministries around the world with equal status as men. So the Fillmores really recognized that power of the divine feminine. My relationship with my mother was always challenging. Always challenging. She was chronically depressed all her life. She was in therapy, psychotherapy, and therapy for decades and decades. She was extremely judgmental and extremely critical. And as a teenager and a young adult, I vowed that I would not be like her. Right? That was my vow. And I believe that really is the driver that led me onto a spiritual path. Right? How do I not be judgmental and critical? How do I not be that? Well, how do I develop more compassion, more acceptance, more love in my own life? And in a way that I knew even then that the answers were not going to be out there. that the answers were within me, inside, and that led me to that path of seeking. I know I inherited my love of music from my mother. She was on track to be a concert pianist, and her mother was extremely abusive to her, and she lost sight of that track. But she did become a piano teacher and was a piano teacher for her whole life. So I used to spend my young childhood sitting under her piano while she was practicing. She was incredibly funny. I'm sure that I inherited my weird sense of humor from her and from my father. We used to sit around as a family and listen to Mel Brooks and Carl Reiner, the 2,000-Year-Old Man. Do you know those records? We would listen to those together and just uncontrollably, we would be in uncontrollable fits of laughter rolling around the floor. And one time, my mother was in a tiny examination room in a teaching hospital after some health issue had erupted. And the doctor came in to examine her and took one look and abruptly left the room. He didn't say a word. He just left the room. And a few minutes later, he came back with an entourage of doctors and nurses and staff, and the whole room was filled with these medical people. And there were so many people in the room that my mother looked up and she paused and she said, "You want me to leave so you'll have more room?" So my prayer for all of us today is that we can really celebrate the highest and the best, about our mothers and about our grandmothers, and acknowledging the challenges if there are or if there were any, and giving thanks for the blessings, for so many blessings that we experience. It's not all black and white, is it, with our parents? And if you're a mother, I hope that you know that what you did or what you are doing is the best that you can do, or the best you could have done. And we honor that too, just to honor that spirit of heart, that spirit of care and love that you have, that you send forth. We don't ever know how that's being received on the other end, do we? But we put it forth, and you do the best you can with it. Unity author Eric Butterworth was talking about Mother's Day and the divine feminine, and he said this. He said, when the intellect is unified with the superconscious flow, that's the transcendent, that's the higher self, the Christ within. He says, when the intellect is unified with the superconscious flow, there is a balance of the male and the female. Then only is there a hope of creating a world order of peace and goodwill. One is simply not qualified for life in modern times without the sense of the transcendent, the free flow of understanding love, and the wisdom to believe the heart. And that's the heart of the divine feminine, embodied by our mother figures and the people in our lives who have nurtured us and who have supported us. So I want to invite Genevieve Silverman to come up. Genevieve is one of our volunteer teachers. We're always looking for volunteer teachers to work with our exceptional children and teens. And Libby, we'll need the red mic. Me too.
Well, hey, friends. How are y'all? It's a beautiful spring Sunday today, isn't it? Well, I'm Genevieve Silverman, for those of you that I haven't met. And I just started to attend Unity in January, so I've met a lot of you, but not everyone. And some of you may not know that I'm also a mother of two. So I have a daughter, Lucy, who's 21, and she is going to college at McGill University up in Montreal. And I also have a son, Walter, who is finishing up 8th grade, and he'll be going to Albemarle High School in the fall. And since it's Mother's Day, I use my I Get Anything I Want Today card to make him come with me, and he's here with me today. So I hope y'all, the people who are here will get to meet him after service. But yes, he does really exist. So Don asked me to speak at this service about motherhood, and he asked me this like right after I completed the Unity Basics class a couple weeks ago, where we talked about the Unity principles. And so those principles were kind of on the brain when I was thinking about what I wanted to talk about in relation to motherhood. And there were a few things that Don said that really, related to me with this topic. So one is that we are all spiritual beings, and there is a divine spark of God within every single one of us. Isn't that an amazing concept? Well, if you have been a parent, or even if you've just been around kids, or you have fur baby pets, you will know that children and pets and people that you love, even, there are some days where you really question whether there is a divine spark of God in that in that child. But then, sometime during that day, or maybe the next day, you'll see your child sharing something with a sibling, or coming to give you an unsolicited hug, or like this morning on Mother's Day, sometime during the night, arranging the kitchen utensils to spell out, "I love you, Mom." And so then you think, oh yeah, there it is. There's that divine spark. It always has a way of showing itself when it is least expected. Another Unity principle is that we create our life experiences through our way of thinking, and that everyone has unique ways of thinking and unique life experiences. And something that Don said really stuck with me. It was about listening. And he said that when we share in community, we should really focus on listening and not trying to fix the other person's problems. And I have to admit that that's a hard one for me. I kind of have this fixer type personality, and so you tell me about a problem, I want to fix it, and that's especially true with my kids. I love them so much, and they come to me and they have a problem, and I just want to jump in and fix it. And my older daughter, so when she was in middle school, maybe she just would not come and talk to me and share things with me. She would always go to my husband. And one day I was complaining to him about that. I said, she always wants to come share things with you and not me. And he said, well, Genevieve, that's because when she shares things, she doesn't always want you to fix what's wrong. Like, she just wants you to listen. And so that really stuck with me, and I've been trying to work on it, but I still have a long way to go. And then also another Unity principle is about listening to God, right, through prayer and meditation. And I certainly will pray for my children from time to time, but mainly I just try and listen and connect. And I know that whatever will be, and I just pray for my ability to deal with that whenever it comes. And then finally, I will say that children, raising children certainly illustrates life's impermanence, right? Which we talk about a lot here at Unity. And I have never been one of those parents that wails or cries about the kids getting older. Because every step in motherhood or parenthood or friendship or anything is a journey. And every day brings something new to experience. And I really relish those changes. When they're little, maybe one day they love chicken nuggets, and then the next day they hate chicken nuggets. And they're like, I'm not going to eat that. But then when they're 14, they're really exploring life and finding new music and new activities and new video games and new relationships with different types of people. And then when they're 21, like my daughter, they're figuring out how they fit into adult society and how they want to make their mark on the world. And so every day as a mother, as a parent, is different and good in its own way. And I hope that whether you have kids or not, or you have your Unity family here, and every day is a new day to experience. And I'm glad to have met you all and to be a part of that Unity family. Thank you.
Thank you. And next, Robin Shirley's going to come up. She's our new Director of Youth and Family Ministry.
Oh, Genevieve just is a natural up here. My heart is thumping, nervous to talk about my motherhood journey. I'm maybe a newer mom than Genevieve, and so pregnancy and birth is still really close to me, and I'm still processing this new identity. But I felt like sharing my perspective on pregnancy and motherhood before I kind of share my main message, because that's how it all begins. I feel like pregnancy and motherhood is so magical. It's a really mysterious time. I think the connection between the mother and the child is just so potent and so raw. And that's how it started for me. And now it's evolving into this different experience of developing a more human, physical, mental, verbal connection with your children. It's turning into a spiritual connection for me and really understanding what my role is going to be in their lives as they grow. So when I was 10 years old, I was diagnosed with an autoimmune condition, and it was debilitating. It eventually took me out of school, and I was almost housebound by the time I was 20 years old. I was lucky to have parents that supported me through all of it, and they supported me in pursuing both conventional and holistic health treatments. And by the time I was in college, I'd become sort of a personal growth junkie, and I wanted to become the healthiest and happiest version of myself. So I was lucky that journey also led me to deepening my spiritual growth. I found a meaningful relationship with God at a really early age. And I've been a churchgoer since then, and it's been something that has always guided my my thoughts about what my life is going to be like. And because of the health concerns, I wondered, would I become a mother, and would it be possible, and would my kids be healthy? I told myself that I was going to go ahead and get as healthy as I could be so that I could have the healthiest children possible. And I do have children, so it was possible. And they're pretty vibrant and loud and boisterous. When they were babies, I was one of those moms, and I still am, that fed them the organic, the pasture-raised, grass-fed, local everything. I stayed home with them. I left my full-time career as a clinical manager at a wellness center in Toluca Lake, California, where we were at the time. I stayed home so I could contact nap with Olivia, and I breastfed both of them until they weaned on their own, and I gave them cod liver oil, probiotics, superfood smoothies when they were toddlers. I even gave them Reiki healing energy. I was a Reiki practitioner at the time, and I took them to cranial sacral therapists as they grew, and the list goes on. And I just wanted everything to be perfect, and in that way of being naturally healthy and making sure that they didn't encounter the same health challenges that I did. But when my son was 2.5 years old, he was diagnosed with the same autoimmune condition that I was when I was 10. And it was shocking and completely devastating. I wanted to fix it so badly. I wanted to do everything for him that I knew had helped me through that condition. And I tried it all. But this time around, my spiritual beliefs had changed my perspective on what role I needed to be in his story. And I was aware of how my health crisis had become part of my story in a way that changed the course of my life. I wouldn't be the same person I was without it. I knew it had been a blessing for me in the end. And it's still not the end, but it was part of my life's purpose, and it continues to play that role. So I knew that his experience and his purpose were not mine to control, and I looked at how I had mothered him so far. I knew that I couldn't care more than I had. I couldn't try harder, and I couldn't do more than I had done for him. So I couldn't control it or fix it. It wasn't my place, and there was something greater happening there. And there wasn't a way to explain it at the time. I was praying, I spoke to God, I meditated on it, I asked myself, what are 3 things that I can do to support him through this? And then I can let go and let God do the rest. So miraculously, he went into remission 9 months after the diagnosis, and just 1 month after we had stopped all conventional treatment. And I don't know really in the end what it was about, what it was for, but it happened, and we never know what will happen in the future. But it was a lesson. It was a really early lesson in life in what role I'm here to play in his life. And so I think that I want to share a quote from Louise Hay. It may not be a quote necessarily, but how many of you guys know Louise Hay? I think most of you do at Unity. So I have had one of her affirmation card decks since my early 20s, and one affirmation in particular always stood out to me. It is this: I experience that which is meaningful to me, and I release others to experience that which is meaningful to them. And for some reason, it always stuck with me, and it helps to release what you can't control, right? When I look at my parents' role in my life, I can see how they play a lot of roles in my life, but it boils down to they are present and they are supportive. That's all. They're there for me. They're my rocks. They are solid parents. And I know that this is what my kids need too. They have their own life journey ahead of them, and I am in the support role. So as long as I'm the best that I can be and I'm present for them and I honor their independence, then I know they will be fine. God will take care of the rest. I mother with this point of view. I have four little bullet points here. I stay focused on honoring the life and body that God has given me. I focus on continuing to become the best version of myself. And I stay true to my heart and my purpose. I lead by example and be the change that I want to see in the world. And I own up to my mistakes. I'm quick to forgive and to apologize and listen well to my children's needs. It's all easier said than done, but that's my goal as a mother. Has anyone read The 4 Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz? I feel like he wrote it for moms in a way. It's so applicable. The 4 agreements are: 1, do not take anything personally, which is very hard, especially when you're mothering girls. Be impeccable with your word. Don't make assumptions, and always do your best. It's really easy to say all those things, but I feel like the more you let go, the easier it is. Letting go is the hard part, and just letting be is what the kids really need. So I think, when I think about Unity Church and I think about growing the children's youth and family ministry, I think about what I've learned as a mother and what I know my kids need, and I think that they're universal principles. I think children need consistent and strong adult leaders who do what they say, they lead by example, they care about the children, and they show up for them. And the children will come to us when they need us. So I want to just say a short little blessing for children, and I wanted to end with a quote from Myrtle Fillmore. We are here with open arms. We are ready to welcome the families and children who need the spiritual home that we have created here at Unity. Let us bless the families of Charlottesville. May they be surrounded by love, light, and spirit. And Myrtle Fillmore said, our mission is not to entertain the children, but to call them out. To be always entertained is to be dwarfed and dependent. To be called out is to follow the harmonious law of the soul's unfoldment. Who meddles with the rosebud? What fingers are deft enough to pry open that marvel of folded beauty? We are wise enough to leave it alone, to follow the glad law of its unfolding. But our children, have we dealt as wisely with these buds of marvelous possibilities? Have we always remembered that they too must quicken and unfold through the innate law of their own genius? So I hope that we can take Myrtle Fillmore's words and apply them as we provide a safe haven here for families and children to grow in their spiritual unfoldment at Unity of Charlottesville.
Thank you. Thanks, Bonnie. So we have a couple of minutes left. Does anyone want to come up and share something about being a mom or having a grandmother? Or I'm going to just open it up. Linda, it's got to be, you have to come up all the way, and you have to be brief, okay? Because we don't have much time. Anybody else want to come and speak?
I grew up on a farm in Texas. My mother milked the cow every morning. We all worked in the fields. She always led us. I mean, she was our model, I guess you would say. But she did everything. And for me, I think that was like a role model. Well, I don't do everything she did, that's for sure. I tried to milk a cow once and it didn't work. Didn't work. I think the cow almost kicked me. But my mother was there for the whole family. There were 6 of us over several years. And she was always the support that we needed. My daddy wasn't always. He got drunk once a month. But Mother was always there for her. And would you believe, she lived, well, we lived on a ranch after the farm. So we had cattle to take care of them, first one thing, another. And then after I left, there was goats on the ranch. They moved to a different ranch. So she was always working, always busy. She lived to be 1 month shy of 99. That was my mother.
Thanks, Linda. Morgan, come on.
So, my life started when I was born in Washington State, and I lived with my father, who was at the time in the Army, and with my mother, who was at the time in the Navy. Throughout our lives, we'd moved all over the place, and I'd started to move at the age of 1.5. And life wasn't always the best, and it was really, really hard. Things kind of departed from us. Things were always changing. It was sometimes hard because, people were rude, mean, unconsiderate. No one understood really anything, it seemed like. And, it was sad. It was very, very hard, but we all persevered through it. And as I'm growing up, I am going through a lot, but one person who has always been there for me, who is here for me most always, is my mom, who has been through so much with her mother, with people who she has loved, with work, with practically everything she's done, but she's done practically everything for all of us. And the fact that someone like that can do that, it's really amazing to me. And it's inspiring how someone can just do this for people. Like, someone devoted their lives to being this person to help people become a person themselves. And it's really amazing. And through all of the hardship, it's amazing. Every moment that someone is crying, every moment that someone is happy, every moment that nothing works out, just everything is amazing, especially having my mom here for me.
Thanks, Morgan. Thank you. Anyone else? Do you want to use the railing here, friend? Watch the wires, okay?
I know I'm going to be nervous here, but I wanted to say I'm new here relatively. And back in 2017, my mom got sick. She had a stroke. And she wound up having breast cancer. I lost her in 2017. But she told me when she was in the hospital, before she, she was in bed for 4 months. And when I visited her in the hospital, she said, maybe you can meet a doctor and get married and he can take care of both of us.
I think we have one more. Yeah, Kevin, come on.
My mom used to say, my first name is George. I go by Kevin, have for years, but she'd go, Georgie, you see the bird outside? I'd say, yeah. Become the bird. And then she'd ask me what it felt like. Then she'd say, see the rose bush? Become the rose bush. And ask me what it felt like, the bird and the water, in that bird thing. What did it feel like? And interesting thing that she used to tell me is she said, Georgie, it doesn't matter what anybody else thinks. It doesn't matter if they laugh at you or what. It doesn't make a difference. The only thing that matters is what you think. Nothing else. What you think within yourself. And the biggest thing, I would come home late when I was a teenager. My father was 440 pounds, 6'6", and he's coming after me. My mother would get in between us. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. She'd say, Georgie, what can I cook you? So that's it. Thanks.
Yeah, good, great. Thank you. Stay up here. Stay. Thank you all for sharing, and we'll prepare for meditation. And thank you to Robin and to Genevieve. Thank you so much. And can you imagine, all the kids that are out here in Charlottesville in our community, do you think they would benefit from being with these wonderful people? I don't know.
Mother of galaxies, mother of all that is alive, mother of mountains, mother of rivers, mother of all that is alive. For your children are remembering slowly to honor all that is alive. For your children are remembering slowly the oneness of all that is alive.
Mother of winged ones, mother of the animals, mother of the beings of the sea, mother of winds, mother of grasses, mother of the rains and in the trees. Oh, help us, your children, to remember, to honor all that is alive. Oh, help us, your children, to remember the oneness of all that is alive.
Mother of infants, mother of the aged, mother of all that is alive, mother of dreams, mother of wonders, mother of the great wheel of time. Oh, help us, your children, to remember, to honor all that is alive. Oh, help us, your children, to remember the oneness of all that is alive.
Mother of stars, mother of galaxies, mother of all that is alive, mother of dreams, mother of wonders, mother of the great wheel of time. For your children are remembering slowly to honor all that is alive. For your children are remembering slowly
So as we begin this time of meditation, I invite you to focus on your heart space and become aware of some mother or nurturing figure in your own life. Doesn't have to be mother, it could be grandmother, it could be someone who exhibited those aspects of divine feminine, someone who was intuitive and wise and supportive and nurturing. I'd like to ask you to become aware of that person, bring that person to your awareness, and just be aware of what it feels like as your heart expands. That we associate that idea of motherhood with love. So become aware of your heart space as you think about this person, as you think about their contributions to your life, times that they supported you, times that they loved you unconditionally, times when they saw you through some difficult situation perhaps. Or perhaps if you're a mother, you might think of your own children. And as you think of your children, just how the heart expands with love. Thinking about all the love that you've given to your children and all the love that they have in turn given to you. Let's just take a time in silence. As Eric Butterworth said, the transcendent, where the free flow of love, the free flow of wisdom is in the silence. So we give thanks for the blessings of our mothers, for the blessings of our grandmothers and great-grandmothers, for the blessings of being a mother, for the blessing of knowing at least one nurturing, supportive, loving, nurturing person in our lives. We give great thanks. In the name of the divine feminine, the goddess energy, in the name of the Christ. Amen.
So beautiful, so beautiful. We have an opportunity now to give back a portion of all the good we've received. And as we prepare for this, I would first like to see if anyone is here for the first time. First timers today. Anyone? Okay. Ah, yes, we heard about you earlier. You're here with your mom today. Yeah, you sound like a very wonderful son. Yes, and mom said yes. Anyone else here today for the first time? Okay, if there's anyone online with us for the first time today, we'd love to see you here in the sanctuary and just see you live. There are many ways to give to Unity of Charlottesville: online, text to give, the U.S. mail, or give when you're here in person into our butterfly net. And Linda will be going around with the butterfly net for all those who would like to put something in it. We are very grateful to all of you. We're grateful for all of your tithes of your talent, your time, and your treasure. So let us all bless our tithes and offerings together, love offerings together. Divine love, as me, blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive.
So I'm going to sing this song that you might remember. It's an old Peggy Lee song, and then it was covered by Maria Moldauer. And I have updated the lyrics to reflect the lives that my daughters, who are mothers, lead. And I'm going to need your help spelling the word mama. And this is how you're going to spell it. A-M-O-O-M-M-A. Try that with me. A-M-O-O-M-M-A. That's going to come up a lot. And I need your help because I'm going to mess it up. I know I am. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, go. Oh, well, I can make a birthday cake while teaching a course online. I can sew a Batman costume, or you can count from 1 to 9. I can brew a gourmet stew with whatever I've got on hand. Put it in the kettle, run all my errands, and be back for it's bubbling in the pan, 'cause I'm a mama. A-M-O-O-M-M-A. That's what I say. I'm a mama. A-M-O-O-M-M-A. See how it's kind of hard? I need your help. Oh, well, I can organize the chores to make this house shine like a dime. Feed the baby, rotate my tires, and powder my nose at the same time. Well, I can get all dressed up, go out and party till 1 a.m. and then lay down at 2, get up at 6, and start all over again, 'cause I'm a mama. A-M-O-O-M-M-A. Hear what I say. I'm a mama. A-M-O-O-M-M-A. Oh yeah, play it, Jim. Well, if you come to me sick, you know I'm gonna make you well. And if you come to me all hexed up, you know I'm gonna break the spell. And if you come to me hungry, you know I'm gonna fill you full of my grits. And if you need some comfort, honey, I'm gonna listen, 'cause I love you to bits. O-M-O-M-M-A. That's what I say. I'm a mama. A-M-O-O-M-M-A. Well, I got a $20 gold piece, says there ain't nothing I can't do. I can make a dress out of a feed bag and make a responsible adult out of you, 'cause I'm a mama. M-O-O-M-M-A. That's what I say. I'm a mama. M-O-O-M-M-A. That's what I say. What more do you want? What more do you need? We just need our mama and all that TLC. I'm a mama, M-O-O-M-M-A. That goes out to my daughters.
Well, we want to just thank everybody who's donated and who's given, and we know that the giver is blessed. We say thank you and thank you, God. So, yeah, you're up here.
Catching my breath.
Yeah.
So we do have pastoral care as always. If you have a need, simply send a note to the email address or call the office.
And next week, the power of the powerless with our special guest, Reverend Marge Brown. She was a minister at Unity of the Seven Hills in Lynchburg for many years, and before that had several other ministries, so really a wonderful person and speaker, so hope you'll come for that. And her workshop also next Sunday after at 1 o'clock on Women Rising workshop. And I want to say thank you to everybody. Thank you for Libby up here and for Luke and their sound booth, and for Cindy Payne and Linda on the blessing team, and of course Blair and our fabulous music team. Thank you so much, everybody. All the praise singers, thank you so much. And Janice, thank you so much. Thank you, Stevie, Ty, and everybody. Jim and everybody, just everybody.
May I interrupt? May I interrupt for a moment? I want to just acknowledge it is Don and Patricia's 25th anniversary.
Oh, that's why we're going.
Let's give them a round of applause, please.
Sankiewicz, your 44th was yesterday? When is it?
Tuesday. John and Rini, 47 years on Tuesday. Yes.
So, 1 o'clock today, Sevat Mitzvah, the movie and discussion between a Muslim, a Jew, and a Christian. So that should be kind of interesting. And the Healing Helpers will be in this corner over here. We have extra carnations, so if you'd like to take some carnations home with you or give them to someone, please do that. They're at the door. And we have fellowship today also as well, down through these doors. And so let's do our prayer for protection. Together. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is. And wherever God is, all is well.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With God as Creator, united all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin.
Happy Mother's Day, everybody.